Great men never tell you how great they are. You never hear it. And I learned that lesson a few months ago. For 25 years, I had a friend who was older than I was. It was like a mentor to me.
Better looking, too.
Better looking. And I was Wes Olson. You all met Wes here at this campfire many a night. I thought I knew Wes Olson as good as any man. I knew about his wife. He would talk about her in such terms, glowing terms, about how wonderful she was. He would talk about his children, his grandchildren, but never about him. And then last Forestburg, he came here and he read his poem, and we all saw that Wes was not doing too well. And I just got back from Qatar, and I got the phone call that Wes passed away. And some of us were able to go to the church, and we were there. And at the church, they had a eulogy about Wes. And in the eulogy, it said that Wes Olson was a ranger who parachuted into France in World War II. Guys, I've known that man for 25 years. He never once bragged to me about what he did. Not a word about himself. And that's what great men are. They don't have to talk about what they did. They know what they did. He was just a great man. And one day, Wes was in a caravan of soldiers going down a road. And France was pretty much bombed out. And on a bomb pile, a building that was bombed out, he saw a violin case. And he said to his sergeant, "Sergeant, there's a violin case. I play the violin. I want to get it." The sergeant said, "Listen, Germans are known to booby trap that. We got to be careful. It could blow up." So they had a tank with a long barrel cannon, and they had a ramrod that cleaned the cannon. So Wes went and got it, long like a stick, but very long, and he pushed the case to see if it was booby trapped, and it wasn't. But then the sergeant said, "Be careful, maybe when we open it, it'll blow up." So they went and they, with the stick, got it open. And there was this beautiful violin. And Wes took it, brought it back to the truck, but now the caravan was gone. Here was Wes and his sergeant by themselves in Nazi-occupied France. Now they're trying to find the caravan. And they're going down the road and they come to a Y intersection. You know, like that old story about which door do you pick, the lion or the prize. And another thing I didn't know about Wes, but I should have known because of the way he acted, Wes was a very religious man. And the sergeant said to him, "Which way do we go? One way we might go to the Germans, the other way is our men." So Wes quietly meditated, and he was talking to God. And Wes said, "Take the left road." Well, the left road took them to their men, and Wes was safe. Well, I heard that story, and then the granddaughter picked up the violin and said, "This is the violin that Grandpa brought back from France."
Gentlemen want to place these flags on the fire.
Ken?
Yep. Randy, you want to join us?
Come on, Brad.
Randy? Let's place it on the fire.
Hey Tyler, come on this side.
All the second year guys get to put a flag on? All right.
As Mr. Kinnaman said, we're not perfect, but we are the greatest country in the world. We couldn't be doing what we're doing right now, called an assembly, in other countries. They have no right to assemble. You couldn't say what you say in other countries like we do. No. And the flag is our symbol.
Can I have all the first-year scouts come up front, please?
Lie down, Mr. Wilson.
So I wanted to talk to you guys individually. You guys first, kind of as a group. I got to tell you, every year, this decision of who gets the ashes, it's more difficult every year. Every year, I mean, I got to tell you, this group of first-year scouts was just absolutely the hardest one. I mean, we had an incredibly difficult time. It took us almost 2 hours last night to make a decision as to who was going to get the ashes. We went back and forth. you know, we eliminated one or two of you kind of right away, and then the rest of you were really in the run for a really long time, and it was very tough. And I got to admit, every one of you guys, your patrol leaders defended and stuck up for every one of you guys. So you guys did an absolutely outstanding job.
And no dads, first-year campers were allowed to be involved.
So once again, it was really extremely difficult, an extremely difficult decision. Every one of you guys had someone who was really for you. But there was one guy who really kind of stood out. He had a smile on his face all the time. He was absolutely positively willing to learn, absolutely all the time. He was conscientious. He did everything he was supposed to do when he was supposed to do it. And I'd like to say congratulations to Taj. Congratulations. So there's there's one little requirement, one little catch to getting these ashes.
If you want to go tell them, we'll be down in 5 minutes.
Besides the fact you have to know how to button your
We're done. We just got loaded.
but we'll get to that later. You have to promise to come back next year. You have to promise to stick with it, and like more than 50% of the people on that urn come back and try to make it try to make it Eagle Scout. You promise to do that. If not, we'll give it to the second runner.
I will.
See you in Forestburg next year.
See you, Parker.